Okay, so if I'm being honest, counting calories didn't make me healthier, it made me obsessed. I was tracking, weighing, logging, and still felt tired, hungry, and out of alignment. So I stopped and I created something better. It's called the G.L.O.W or G.L.O.W reset, which is a 3-step shift that helped me reconnect to real hunger, dropped diet guilt, and fuel myself after 40. And if you're ever tired and feel trapped by numbers instead of nourished, then this is for you. Okay, so when you ignore your hunger cues, live by food rules, and not know what to eat, this can cause you to stress about food, not feel healthy, and lose your confidence in your body. So for me, this all stemmed from eating whatever I wanted to in my 20s, to strict dieting during my bodybuilding competition days in my 30s, that by my 40s, my metabolism had been through a roller coaster and was on a severe downturn. So in order for me to enjoy getting older without all of the food drama, I had to stop counting calories and start listening to my body and what it was really trying to tell me. So what I would tell all of my clients before they started the G.L.O.W process is, before you jump right in, you must first prepare yourself for a mindset shift. And this is because for the majority of change in our lives to occur, you must first train your mind to be willing to make a change, no matter how big or small the change is. So what I've noticed is that usually people who wait until they are in a major crisis before they are willing to change, is that it makes it that much more difficult, because now they have several more obstacles to go through before they can get where they want to be. And so once you're ready and you are agreeing to this process and are ready to change, the first step is get honest with your hunger. Now, I broke the G into 3 parts, which I think is very, very helpful to getting acclimated to what the process is really there for you to do. So first, you're going to pause before you eat, and you're going to ask yourself, am I physically hungry or am I emotionally triggered? So this is the time you check in with your body to verify, do you feel emptiness in your belly, low energy, or do you have a headache? Do you feel stressed, bored, lonely, or overwhelmed? Why this works is this builds awareness. Most people eat reactively, not intentionally. So next is, before eating, ask yourself, where am I on the hunger scale? Are you ravenous? Are you starving? Are you in a neutral position, which is like on a 5 scale, or are you overly full, which is at a 10? A sweet spot is to begin eating around 3 or 4, and usually to stop around 6 or 7. And why this works is this helps to retain your natural cues, and it shows you how to avoid extremes like starving versus being stuffed. Next is create a no phone, no guilt meal window. So for 1 meal a day, eat without distraction, no phone, no multitasking, just you and your food. You should use this time to say, I'm here, and check in to see how I feel before and after eating this meal. This food is love, nourishment for me, and not just a quick fix. My body knows what to do with nourishment, which justifies what I ate and why I ate it. Why does this work? Because distraction disconnects you, presence rebuilds trust. So just know that getting honest with your hunger doesn't mean you lose control. It means you'll finally stop battling your body and start working with it. This is how I learned to stop fearing hunger and start honoring it instead. So step 2, which is the L in G.L.O.W, and that is let go of the drama. So as you are now seeing, calorie counting becomes obsessive, shame-based, and often inaccurate. So a great solution is to focus on how the food makes you feel and not what it weighs, right? So for me, I realized I wasn't eating too much. I was eating too little of what my body actually needed. So the food that I feared most is the food that controlled me the most. So in turn, swap one food rule for one food ritual. So for example, instead of saying no carbs, say I eat foods that help me have energy and there are no crashes. I notice a lot of times when we are eating unhealthy foods, we tend to feel sluggish, tired, and moody right after. So this is the reason why we have to pick foods that make us feel good on the inside and those that give us energy without all of the negative. So now on to step 3, which is the O in GLOW, and that is optimize with intention. Women that are 40 plus are rarely taught how to fuel for hormones, their skin, mood, or even metabolism, which I can vouch for that for myself. So a great solution is to build meals around fat, fiber, protein, and purpose. I have 2 tips that make the O easy to accomplish. Tip number 1, when building your FFPP rule, which is again the fats, fiber, protein, and purpose rule, remember to build your plate with intention, not just on a whim. So start with healthy fats like avocados, nuts, olive oil. Then next, your fiber, which are foods like veggies, flax seeds, chia seeds, and lastly, your protein, which can be eggs, lentils, fish, chickpeas, lean chicken, just depending upon what it is that you like, that you know that you can incorporate easily into your diet. And this will help you to repair and rebuild your muscle. Okay, so tip number 2 is nourish based on how you want to feel, not how you look. So ask yourself, will this meal serve my purpose for strength, muscle preservation, and long-lasting energy? This reclaims food as self-care, not as punishment. So it encourages tuning into your body's feedback like mood after eating, skin clarity, sleep quality, and cravings or even bloating signals, which we all have those issues. And why this actually works is this trains you to connect food with function, not fear or vanity, right? And this builds trust and long-term wellness. And this is my favorite part. And this is the bonus tip, which is the W in GLOW, and that is welcome a new you. So later down the line, when you have your G.L.O.W down pat and you seek growth, first you must celebrate your progress over perfection. This means to shift your daily calories and weight to real life victories, like listening to your body and stop eating when you are full, right? And most women at one age or another carry criticism, especially internally. So rewriting that script is the key to welcoming the new you with love and not guilt. Okay, so like I tell all of my clients, welcoming a new you isn't just a mindset, it takes practice. It's a decision with every bite that you take, every choice that you make, and every moment that you take of care for yourself. Okay, wait, so before I go, I want to show you one of the first things that I made when I stopped dieting and I started fueling for a purpose. I created these because I have truly a sweet tooth, just like probably many of you do. And sometimes fruit just doesn't cut it. These are my G.L.O.W or GLOW bites. They are my favorite no big bites that are satisfying, full of goodness without the guilt and without the crash. So I always noticed eating certain things during the day would give me either energy or crash me down. So you have to figure out which ones work for you. I noticed that these really work for me. And there's a link to the recipe and the complete measurements in the description below. So let's get started. Okay, so it's time to get started on the recipe. It is so simple and it is extremely delicious. So here we go. Okay, so first we will start with some rolled oats. And as you know, oats sustain energy without crashes. They're also great in fiber, which slows down digestion and prevents hunger spikes. So whenever you're trying to make an energy snack, using oats is one of the top ingredients to use. Next, we will be adding in some shredded coconut, which is healthy fat and helps with skin elasticity. I next like to add in some ground flaxseed. And ground flaxseed is rich in lignans, and that helps to balance hormones, which we as women in our 40s need help with that. Next, we will be adding in a little sea salt as well as some cinnamon. Cinnamon helps to support healthy blood sugar levels, and salt just helps to balance out the recipe. And what I love about these dry ingredients are they're simple, they're easy, they're natural, they're great for your body. And when you find that you put all of these together and get them all mixed up, you're like, okay, wow, I've created something of my own that I don't have to go to the store and look for, if these are good for me or not. You're actually putting all these ingredients in together and you're feeling proud of what you're doing. And one of the things that I love to add in is collagen powder. And with collagen powder, it supports your skin structure from within. So If you can add that in, that's a great option. So now you will take your big spoon there, get everything all mixed together, and get ready to add your wet ingredients in. So first things first is I add in my almond or peanut butter here. This is crunchy peanut butter that I got from Trader Joe's. Good thing about Nutter butters, or you have your almond or peanut butter, is that they are full of protein, they provide satiety, and they nourish the brain. Next is honey. Now what I love about honey, of course, is a natural sweetness, and it has amazing potential health benefits due to its antioxidant, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory properties. And be sure to research all of the nutritional benefits of honey and shop at your local farmer's market for all of your honey needs, because that's where I pick up my bottles every single week, or at least as I run out. Okay, so here I'll add some vanilla, which provides a sweet, warm, and creamy flavor to these bites as well. And for me also, I like to add the dark chocolate chips, and these are the mini versions. Now is the time to mix all of the ingredients together, and you'll notice too, depending on the type of nut butter that you use, if it has a little bit of extra oil, that's good because it'll help as a binder. And you will most definitely need to put your elbow into it because it takes a little bit of time to get everything all mixed together, but don't give up. Just keep working with it and keep stirring it, and eventually everything will all come together at the end. Once you get everything all mixed together, which like I said, will take a little bit of time, you want to form at least 1 to 2 ounce balls. Put them in the refrigerator and they will be ready. You know, it's wild how one small choice, like a snack that actually supports you, can shift how you feel, think, and move throughout the day. If you're ready to keep fueling your body and your peace, I've linked the G.L.O.W reset guide and recipe card in the description below. It's my go-to for stepping out of food rules and into food freedom. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again really soon, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.